Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. Taking a look at your early forecast, your weather headlines for today. We have warm and dry early on, moving right along into some isolated showers and storms and some Canadian smoke. Something we don't really deal with very often, but these wildfires up in the Northern Territories are going to start working their way into the eastern portion of the state. So if your visibility is a bit reduced in that area, if you're noticing some haze, that's what we're dealing with. Taking a look down here in some of the southern states, we have this moisture system pushing its way on up into the Treasure State. So keep that in mind. We could be dealing with some isolated showers as we move throughout the day. Taking a look now at our current satellite radar temperatures around the state, fairly mild. We're looking at some 70s, so starting to heat up right there in the north central portion of the state. Great Falls right at 71 degrees and Helena 70. So again, like I said, those temperatures starting to rise, but for the most part, we're seeing temperatures across the state in the 60s, a little bit cooler down in West Yellowstone in that southwestern corner. Moving right along to today's forecast, we'll be seeing temperatures warmer than yesterday, hitting the low 90s to upper 80s. And again, like I was just talking about, some of that smoke creeping its way on into the eastern portion of the state. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. Taking a look at your weather headlines today, we have slightly cooler temperatures. Some isolated showers and storms could be part of our story today, and then trending cooler into next week. Taking a look at our current satellite radar temperatures, 68 in Kalispell, 63 over in Missoula. Higher elevations trending a bit lower at 57, 67 right in Billings. Now, as we move right along through the rest of our Friday, you're going to notice some of these isolated showers up into the northeastern portion of the state. Now, this really what we're seeing is some of that moisture from the southern states moving on up. Now, moving along to Friday at 7, again, southwestern portion of the state also seeing some of those isolated temperatures. But as we move right along into Saturday, it's going to clear up for the most part. As you can see, statewide across Montana, fairly clear. Just keep in mind, if you're going about your day, maybe to pack an umbrella just in case you do experience some pockets of heavy rain or gusty winds. Moving along into Sunday, same kind of story, fairly clear, just some of those isolated showers as we move on through. Taking a look at our lows for tonight, 52 in Lewistown up on the High Line, lower 50s as well, 56 over in Helena, 54 in Dillon. As we move to the eastern portion of the state, we see again that potential for some light pockets of rain with some gusty wind, over 58 in Glendive, over in the Dakotas, right around mid-50s. Our lows for tonight trending right around the 60s and upper 50s as well. 62 in Broadus, 60 down in Sheridan, and Wyoming also going to be experiencing some of those isolated showers. 58 up in Roundup, fairly clear to partly cloudy is what we'll be seeing. Highs tomorrow looking in mid to upper 80s, some 90s on the board, 90 in Hysham, 89 in Jordan, 85 over in Livingston, but overall fairly pleasant temperatures. Highs tomorrow, 84 in Lewistown statewide, Cut Bank up on the High Line, 85. Again, some of those higher elevations down here in the southwestern portion could be experiencing some cooler temperatures with the chances for isolated storms. Moving along to our 7-day forecast now, Saturday and Sunday, we'll be seeing temperatures right into mid to upper 80s with lows pleasantly in the mid 50s to low 60s. Now, as we trend along through the rest of our week, we'll be seeing by Friday, we'll be hitting those low 90s. Thanks for joining us. Taking a look at your weather headlines for today. We're looking at isolated storms once again, a little bit cooler after today, followed with a fairly mild week up ahead in terms of temperatures. Now, if you remember, this high pressure system right down in the southern states starts pushing that moisture right on up into Montana. So coming with it could be some of those isolated showers that we saw yesterday afternoon. Now, this high pressure system, as it makes its way out of the Treasure State, it's going to be followed by this cold system, this cold pressure system pushing right on through, bringing with it a little bit cooler temperatures and the potential for some severe weather, especially in the southeastern portion of the state.